live stream. Please share, subscribe, hit that like button for me, and let's get to this live stream. Now, Charlie Kirk wife, Miss Erika Kirk, addresses the nation. Then a racist black YouTuber attacks her. Now, I want to bring this out because this is a time where we can't condone violence. Now, there's a black YouTuber by name of New Breed, and I was just on his live, and I support the brother 100%. I was just on his live, and I just didn't like what I was hearing. He took some direct aim, at Charlie's, wife, which, it's obvious. I want to say they suffering from a loss. And then this guy, New Breed, comes and kind of was saying a lot of hateful things, to the families, which I think that the family needs closure, and, just a lot of things I just don't agree with, you guys. Like I said, you guys, I don't condone violence. I don't think that Charlie should have had died the way he died, so there's a lot of things said, and I want you guys to watch this video, man, because this video going to tell you a lot about a person's character, man. It tells you a lot about a person that don't have no kind of sympathy for humans. I really support this brother New Breed, man, but it's just been a lot of inappropriate things, man. We hear on social media, things like that. So, yeah, man. Hope you guys, enjoy this video, man. Share this video, man. We definitely got to get started with this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video, man. And let's get to it.
They're working against us. They hate our souls. They hate us. They hate our righteous indignation. They hate the exhortation that dwells in us. They hate our conviction. They hate the fact that we repent. They hate the fact that we true, honest, and bold. They hate our courage. The devil hate us. We're not finna line ourselves up with these weirdos and freaks. With these weirdos and freaks. They're working against us. They hate our souls. Weirdos and freaks. With these weirdos and freaks. They're working against us. They hate our souls.
Bring always with all.
That they put up.
All electric, all.
But clearly, the Most High God and for these 230 blew a dog whistle. She definitely made a speech that caused more tension, racial divide, And now we got to get into some details regarding this because, ladies and gentlemen, these people want a race war. And it doesn't seem to be stopping. K Live's coach.
Now, Newbury actually saying that the wife of Charlie Kirk said that, you know, they want a racial war, you know, to break out. This is what the guy Newbury is saying, that they want a racial war to break out. Now, you're going to hear him say something about Charlie's wife, Erika, about how during the service she was completely not herself. You know, but I don't know, fam, that, you know what I mean, a lot of people in a time like this, they grieve different. A lot of people may process things and, you know, people grieve different than others. So I want to roll this clip, man.
See what's going on. Kima Queen, Hayes. Let's see. John Shepard is in the building. Let's see. Blessed in the building. Dennis York. Glad to have y'all for another broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, the saga continues. There's a lot going on globally right now. And some of you all caught some of last night's broadcast where we briefly reacted to some of what Charlie Kirk's wife, Erika Kirk, had to say in light of his passing. And just the small portion that we reacted to was rather troubling, to say the least. She definitely blew a dog whistle. She definitely made a speech that caused more tension, racial divide. And now we got to get into some details regarding this because, ladies and gentlemen, these people want a race war.
You hear that? He's saying that these people want a race war. He's saying that these people, I guess, doing the memorial, that the ceremony went where there was feuding for a racial to take place. Now, I don't know about you, fam, but when you had a funeral, this is a time where people is putting away a loved one, man, and they going through such, you know what I mean, distressful times. I don't think that it won't make sense for someone to be at a memorial to have some kind of hatred. He's saying that the families was stirring hatred. This is what Newbury's saying, man. I want you guys to hear what this brother's saying, because he's saying during the memorial services that these people was fueling a hatred, you know, division.
And it doesn't seem to be stopping. Now, let's get everything right here on this end. And I want y'all to just hit the like button on your way in. It helps other people get notified that I'm live. And I truly appreciate that. We gotta talk about Charlie Kirk's wife here. Hell have no fury, like a widow's scorn, right? And this is a pure example of this, right? Now, we gotta get to it. Now, of course, you know, in these live streams, I'm gonna be bringing out the facts. I know I'm going to be bringing out the facts. You know that I'm going to bring out different caveats and different information that a lot of people not talking about.
Now, I want you guys hear what he was saying. Now, mind you, now these people are aggrieved at a memorial service. Now, they don't have no time to stir up hate. We already in a country where we already divided. We don't need no civil war. Now, this is a memorial service. She's, you know what I mean, speaking on behalf of her husband. I never seen nothing that was made that was hateful. Y'all gotta pay attention. And I want you guys to use your discernment, pay attention what this brother is saying, because he's saying he's gonna bring out some facts. So I want y'all to pay attention what this brother is saying. So let's play this video and let's go.
Either they don't know or they choose not to know. But nonetheless, if there's some truth to be revealed, we're going to reveal it. All right? Now, no further ado, this is Erika Kirk addressing the world. Not just the nation, but the world. Now, keep this in mind. All right?
Watch now. Land of the Bible. Immerse yourself in biblical science.
Okay, while we got some loading going on, let's go.
Good evening. My name is Erika Kirk. Charlie Kirk is my husband. I first want to thank the local, state, and federal law enforcement who worked tirelessly to capture my husband's assassin so that he can be brought to justice. I want to thank the first responders who struggled heroically to save Charles's life, and the police who acted bravely to make sure that there were no other victims on that terrible afternoon. I want to thank the officers who have protected our Turning Point USA family these past 2 days.
Now, we got to talk about Turning Point USA. So that's one of the first people she thanked was her Turning Point USA family. Now, some of you all may not be aware of what Turning Point USA is, but ladies and gentlemen, that is the organization that Charlie Kirk owned and has now been given over to, what's his name? Ben Shapiro. It's now been given over to Ben Shapiro. But just a little bit about Turning Point, just for a moment, right? They got all kind of racial allegations against them. I'm talking about allegations of racial discrimination by former employees. And there's the infamous Crystal Clinton's text messages about hating black people. You know, you had Charlie Kirk's campaign against Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Act.
Look, man, you know how I'm gonna say it like this, you guys. I can't talk about no deceased person. But this man talking about someone that's not here. I ain't never talk about a deceased person that's not here because it's just not right. This man just told you he was going to bring up the fact, but you're talking about his personal life, and the man is not here, and the family is trying to grieve. You know, I just say this, fam, how sick this world can be, man. We live in a society where there's people really they don't have nothing good to say, man. You know, my grandma always say, man, if you don't have nothing good to say, you shouldn't say it. But we in a society, man, where people really don't care what they say, man. They really don't care what they say, fam.
That's all part of this organization. They're associated with far-right extremist figures, racist group chat leaks all on there. I mean, this is, you got the Texas A&M leaks, harassment and assault of queer professors at Arizona State University, criticism by ADL, whole lot of racist, bigoted comments from that particular organization. You got professor watch list controversies over targeting black students. They got accusations of Young American Foundation inflating numbers with racist Nazi sympathizers. And then, of course, there's Charlie Kirk himself calling George Floyd a scumbag. In addition to that,
Look, you know what I mean? Look, I can't. It's hard. It's hard for me to be a YouTuber, talk about a deceased person that's not here. Despite if Charlie said all those things to George Floyd, despite, you know what I mean, some of the things he said, you know what I mean, we didn't agree. You know, and there's a lot of inappropriate things that is being said, and you know what I mean. The man's now arresting, man. We are not to make any kind of form of judgment on anyone. You know, we are to just, you know what I mean, just show our condolences and let this life, you know what I mean, move us in a direction. Let us somehow get some enlightenment and move, you know what I mean, in a direction where instead of seeing how divided we are, we could probably work finding unity. You know, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate we see in the world is spread, and sometimes we gotta talk about it and things. Yes, we gotta talk about hate and things. Yes, that's going on in America. Yes, they took this personal. Yes, they have. They have took this personal. You know what I mean? Shutting down black schools. Yes, they took this thing personal. Now, what he's saying is, I'm supposed that they having a memorial. You know what I mean? And I'm not thinking that they stirring up. You know what I mean? This hate. You know what I mean? Gender. But now I can strongly agree, you know what I mean, what the President Trump was doing in his administration. But the family is grieved. The family is grieved on, you know what I mean, their death of Charlie Kirk. Now let's go. I want to play this video for you guys, man. Want you guys to hear what the brother's saying here.
Texas A&M group chat screenshot racist and Islamophobe content. So, listen, I'm just putting this out here that they have a track record. This Turning Point USA isn't just some nice little family, right? They got all kind of scandal associated to racism attached to them.
Look, you guys, I'm not really saying anything where, yeah, this thing is happening. Racism is happening. Racism has stuck here in America. We know how racism, you know what I mean, stuck with us. We know racism here. Because it's stuck with the black American people. But me as a person, I can't pass a judgment on someone when they're deceased. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's just so hard, y'all. It's just so hard to, you know, there's this saying that a lot of black people is grieving over Charlie Kirk's death. You know, there's a lot of black people don't really even care. And this makes us. This is why we so much of a divided people here. This is make us a divided nation. But how do we fix the problem? I'm saying, how do we fix the problem?
You see, a lot of the times when these alleged or suspected Nazis pass away, people want to have sympathy. When it'll be the woman that's more racist than the man. That part. It'll be the woman that's really into that stuff. Because y'all got to understand, she met Charlie when he was out here hurling racial obscenities to different marginalized groups. So let's not act like she wasn't with the program, right? And that's one of the first people she shot out was Turning Point. Let's continue.
And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strive, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy, for all their work in these terrible days to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show, who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did. I want to thank the millions of people who have shown their love for Charlie here in Phoenix, across America, and worldwide. I want to thank my husband's dear friend.
Now, according to reports, it shows that during this event that Charlie had in Utah, that Charlie knew on the day of his, of his rally in the University of Utah, he knew that he would have been assassinated, according to reports. So not only Charlie knew, but this was, rumors is saying that this was a political government inside job, that people are saying that this was an FBI cover-up. Now, I told you guys the letter 33, it shows their Masonry, number. The 33 hours of an ongoing investigation. I think for some reason they had some kind of doubt that Charlie would have been sacrificed. Now let's go.
Vice President Vance and his phenomenal wife, Usha.
So now we got to understand that Charlie Kirk wasn't just some podcaster. He was directly connected with the White House. He had influence over policy. Understand that this Turning Point USA had over 900 chapters. Understand that, he had over 900 college chapters and over 1,000 high school chapters. So this is a powerful group of individuals. This is not just some podcaster that didn't have no power. All right. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let's go.
For their love and support, you guys honored my husband so well, bringing him home. You both are tremendous. I want to thank President Trump and his incredible family for the same. Mr. President, my husband loved you. And he knew that you loved him too. He did.
You know, the irony of this is it's alleged that Donald Trump's first time addressing the nation about Charlie Kirk was an artificial intelligence video. And there's some alleged footage of Donald Trump at a Yankees game just living it up. And honestly, his speeches in regards to Charlie Kirk seem soulless. They seem soulless. But that's just from my observation. Anyway, let's continue.
Wait, if you were detained at any San Bernardino juvenile detention facility, such as High Desert or Gilbert Street, this is the money.
Your friendship was amazing. You supported him so well, as did he for you. 2 days ago, my husband, Charlie, went to see the face of his Savior and his God. Charlie always said that when he was gone, he wanted to be remembered for his courage and for his faith. And one of the final conversations that he had on this earth, my husband witnessed for his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Now, this is designed to stir up Middle America, the so-called Judeo-fundamental Christians. This is to gain sympathy from those individuals. And, you know, the truth is Charlie Kirk is not remembered for his faith in Jesus Christ. Charlie Kirk is being remembered for his divisiveness. He's being remembered for his inflammatory rhetoric that caused division among people. And you have blacks and whites alike celebrating his death worldwide. But you also have people who definitely support Charlie Kirk, and they are pretty much bloodthirsty.
So this whole thing have become a whole rhetoric. You know what I mean? Not only celebrate Charlie's death, but now only we see this thing, you know what I mean, becomes, you know what I mean, a serious political assassination. I think we gotta really wake up and see why are these people, you know what I mean, looking at us, why we should look at them, because, you know, we you know what I mean, this as they say that how, you know what I mean, bad a man Charlie was, rest in peace. Some people say Charlie was a good man. Some people say he left racism. You know what I mean? But I'm saying this, you guys. Regardless of the fact of the matter, you know, we see things the way that we see at the end of the day, y'all. We don't see these days have been getting better, and it's just getting worse as we see times. That we are in. It's not getting any better, y'all. Let's go.
right? And we're trying to understand why, because it was one of their own that took him out. So let's continue.
Now and for all eternity, he will stand at his Savior's side, wearing the glorious crown of a martyr. Charlie loved life. He loved his life. He loved America. He loved nature, which helped him always bring him closer to God.
They label him a martyr. They treating him as some type of Messiah figure almost. I want to read a scripture here, right? Because these people are very, very much predictable. And the book of Obadiah tells us in chapter 1, verse 10, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." This same individual was trying to get Derek Chauvin exonerated, while going on a whole campaign, pretty much making fun of George Floyd. This is an individual who excused violence against our people. So it says that because of their violence against their brother Jacob, against us, they will be cut off forever. So everybody, is saying that he went to heaven. We don't know where Charlie went. We just know he's no longer here. He either is gone or the character is gone. And we'll talk about that later on in the broadcast, because you can't believe everything you see on the media. Even if this was an AI digital takedown to push propaganda, to push an agenda, the same outcome is to be, right? Let's go.
You're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because you don't know this one trick. Check this out.
He loved the Chicago Cubs. And my goodness, did he love the Oregon Ducks. He wanted me to say go Ducks, so I have to since they play on Saturday. So go Ducks. But most of all, Charlie loved his children. And he loved me with all of his heart. And I knew that. Every day I knew that. He made sure I knew that every day. Every day he would ask me, how can I serve you better? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better father? Every day. Every day. He was such a good man. He still is a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband. Charlie always believed that God's design for marriage and the family was absolutely amazing, and it is. It is, and it was the greatest joy of his life. And over,
Yeah, she got the bag, man, and it's sad because do these people really care about Charlie? How many people really would care about him, man? I mean, this thing would go away, man, and it's just sad at the end of the day, man. It's sad to show how will people care about you when you leave this world, no matter how much you did for it. Just know this, man. Whether Charlie was a good man, bad man, we all going to leave this world at some point, man. And we all got a lot of straightening up to do. Because I'd be damned to go somewhere to have people talk about you how, oh, did you ever hear what he used to be and how he was towards people and how people have so much to say? Like, there was so much to say. Just think about when you gone, man. People that let you know people still talk about you when you gone. No matter what, good, bad, it just don't matter anymore. You gotta understand. Everybody ain't been perfect, but you understand wrong when wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong now. You know what I mean? When you wrong your things, you wrong now. Just like what Trump is doing, he's wrong to take his action out on the death of Charlie Kirk and now closing out black, colleges, schools, and you wrong for that. There was, I want to say this, and I don't want y'all to be so angry at things with me. There was some things Charlie had said with George Floyd, the killing of George Floyd. I think the things that he said was very appropriate. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is what we up against. You know what I mean? Racism in America is real. It's stuck with us. You can never erase racism here in America. You can never erase it. We can never erase hatred in America. When you see hatred at an ultimate high, you know what I mean? We can never erase that. We gotta learn when people go. We gotta learn how serious life is when people go. You gotta actually know how serious it can be when people here today and they go tomorrow. This is how life is, man. This is how life is. You can just be here for a breath. All of a sudden, you gone. That's how life is.
He would tell all these young people to come and find their future spouse, become wives and husbands and parents. And the reason why is because he wanted you all to experience what he had and still has. He wanted.
How could he still have it if he's no longer here?
Yes, we are all one, but we've been divided by so much hate. You know what I mean? By the government of our world. We are, see, when we sit here and we are in a spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? And whenever the world we see of our society is getting out of control. Whenever we got protests, people protesting for rights, basically fight for rights, fight for amendment rights, constitution, rights that been violated, and people just, we live in a world where people now, they going, you know what I mean, they going and they losing their mind. They going into this insanity of this Great Depression. You know, they want this to be like the great commodity days. And you looking at it like people are living with depression. People are just assessed. They, you know what I mean? They about have it. You know what I mean? And it's people. You see people are not really happy anymore. So you see a lot of looting go on. You see looters. You see a lot of things that's happening. Crimes had just went up, and you know what I mean. And this is what Trump is doing, deploying military troops because now this give him grounds. If you want to continue to be doing these violent things, they just going to take you up out of here. They're gonna bring in the National Guards and take you up out of here. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. There's a lot of this rest being made now. When it comes to them having this encampment with homeless people, there's you know what I mean. There's you see in the city there's mayors in the city. Now, where are they going to house all of these people when it comes to special housing? When they trying to take public assistance away and things like that, right? When they taking these things from you and they make it where your laws of Constitution just been violated, been taken. They taking the laws of Constitution away from you. You know what I mean? So what do you think? You know what I mean? What do you think is going to soon happen? While we looking on our left, we got China, Russia looking on the right hand side. What do you think? What's going to happen? Where America, not only you know what I mean, not only we got conflict with ourselves. The conflict comes from within ourselves. When we don't wrestle with flesh and blood, but we wrestle with the principality, the spiritual force of this world, the USA government. That's what we wrestle with. It's sad because they put this hatred, you know what I mean, towards our people. And we wonder why we are the most hated people. We are the most hated country. Because when you realize you're in follow America's ways, you follow her life, her ways, her way of thinking. And you see a lot of these people have, you know what I mean, has become very, very evil. You see it's evil and filth. It's evil people. See, you can go outside and look at a person and process, you know what I mean, what he's probably thinking in his mind before his mind starts thinking evil. This is a world we living in, man. You know what I mean? This is a society world we living in where you can't really trust so many people nowadays. You know, we live in a time, y'all see strange weather patterns. You know what I mean? You seen how the animals is changing. See, human beings is changing. When we see our atmosphere changing, see the human beings in the world is changing, man. People, you start finding out real fast. People not like how they used to be, man. See the enemy. You know, they show you it. You know what I mean? It could be within your household. It could be your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters. You know what I mean? Your wife, your husband, your children. Many times there's in the household. And see, this is why we wrestling. We wrestling with ourselves, man. To see the conflict we have is within ourselves. Every day there's a war. So we sitting here, we are in a spiritual warfare. We are in a war, you know what I mean? We are in a war battle. So that's why God says, be content what you do, because God said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. See, if God is here today and tomorrow and throughout eternity, see, if God is for us, who could be against us? Who can separate us from the love of God? You know what I mean? It's people that separate you from God. It's falling through America, her way and her thinking, her life that you didn't follow. And see, no wonder the Revelation says she has become a habitation of devils, a home for every evil person, a cage we see for every hateful human being. No wonder, you know me, we see hateful human beings. There's unclean people living and thriving off the unclean. There's very unclean people, man. That's why you have to expel the wicked that is amongst you. Revelation chapter 12 verse 2 says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds. Now let's go.
That's not making too much sense. Charlie Kirk also taught that he doesn't have empathy for no, which we'll get into some of the rhetoric he spewed, because they're painting a picture of him as being this conservative, but he's not conservative. And here's the thing about a lot of YT Southern Baptist Christians. They don't believe in the real Jesus Christ, as the scriptures have written. We know Jesus Christ had hair of wool and skin of bronze. We know that the real Jesus Christ was really a real conservative, teaching the law, statutes, and commandments of God. But nonetheless, let's continue.
Everyone to bring heaven into this earth through love and joy that comes from raising a family. It's beautiful. Charlie always said that if he ever ran for office, I know a lot of you asked if he ever was going to, but privately he told me if he ever did run for office that his top priority would be to revive the American family. That was his priority.
If you want to build an app and have no idea how to code or where to start, check out Base 44. I built
To revive the American family, not the black family, not any other demographic of people. The American family. You know, white picket fence, make America great again. White picket fence,
And I agree 100%, man. It's America, to make America great is mainly to make a dominant people that have been so dominant great. You know, when she don't have no interest. See, you are in America. You are made no more of a use. I want you guys to understand. You are no more use to them. A lot of black people get caught up today. They get caught up, man. And it comes a lot of times. It comes from the entertainment world. our young black hip hop culture, because you get caught up in a, you know what I mean, satanic rituals. I met a lot of black people that was famous, that was celebrities. You know what I mean? Went into LA and, you know what I mean, got with, you know, because when you in LA, man, when you get with right people and these people like you, you know what I mean, you become very useful. See when you can become a use for them, when they know that, you know what I mean, I can use him. He's useful now. So they'll tell you, now come here, man. Come here, man. Come here, man. Man. You mind you put on this skirt for me, man? You put on this skirt. You know, I always say this to my people, man. You can't even sell yourself. Not in this gift in this day and time. I don't care how talented you are. You can show that you got a, you know what I mean, a couple of diplomas and degrees and education, and you could think you could do things educationally. See, that doesn't give you the justice. That doesn't solve your problem. It just don't solve our problems. Now, there's people, they are so angry. But they know why, you know what I mean, they are angry, because the time of their people, you know what I mean, like the governments, their time power been here. I'm here to say it's up. They have reached a term. Whenever you see America reach their term, the time of rule and power shows the world, shows people, and it shows their people how much you see a world is dissatisfied. 100% of people are dissatisfied. So you see the dissatisfied. Because we are living amongst unrighteous people. A people can't lead. A people can't even lead by way. You know what I mean? She almost have to do a marvelous thing to clean up her house. There's been always, I've been saying there's one basic principle. You know, I see there's a lot of our black politicians. Black politicians I see ready to sell themselves. Yes, in this day and time, they rather sell themselves for some few perishable dollars for a race whose time has come. See, we are justified if we go to the white man to ask them $100 billion. And see, it's this. See, I just want you to use your discernment. See how quick you would turn a deaf ear to you, and play like he's not hearing you. See, my brothers and sisters, how he would turn a deaf ear to you after our fathers made a way. Do you know that once upon a time, you know what I mean, our fathers came to build this country to make it suitable, to give man the glorious things that he will enjoy, and that is freedom. So that's why I said the country can never be said to be the white man's own. It was never said to be theirs. After what they did, after stealing this land, you gotta look, my brothers. There are no more than thieves. Thieves. And see, I'm not just coming at my own brother New Breed, but I gotta come at this other brother too. I gotta come at Reno TV. Let him know where he was wrong in, because he don't support black people. Yeah, I gotta come at this brother, man. He don't support black people. You know what I mean? He's nothing but he's not even from the United States. They call those kind of people. They have a name for those kind of people. Tethers, I believe tethers. You know what I mean? They call those kind of people tethers. But I'm here to say, y'all, we gotta get straightened out fast. We got to get straightened out, y'all. Because the governments have failed. The governments have failed you. The United States of America have failed you. The police have failed you. There have not been any justice from any quarter. You was as sheeps amongst wolves, and every wolf taking a bite of you. See, you reach the White House, the Capitol, the White House. You look for justice, but yet you get injustice. So I say this, that our problem must be solved, said the God of righteousness, the God of freedom, justice, and equality. Let's go.
White American dream is what these people fantasize over. Let's continue.
One of Charlie's favorite Bible verses was Ephesians 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. My husband laid down his life for me, for our nation, for our children. He showed the ultimate and true covenantal love.
Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is all to build up sympathy for someone who had no empathy. And, ladies and gentlemen, don't don't get caught up in this web that they're trying to weave. Because what she's going to say in this speech is completely inflammatory and it's destructive, completely irresponsible. And it has caused more conflict and more tension. Right now, she's trying to pull at the heartstrings. And by the way, there's not a single tear dropping from her eyes. Not one single tear. These people are acting. These people are all part of the Illuminati. Make no mistake about it. They all taken an oath of Satan. And this is what these people do. Screenplay.
I will never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart. I honestly have no idea what any of this means. I know that God does, but I don't. But Charlie, baby, I know you do too. I know you do. So does our Lord. And our world is filled with evil. But our God, you guys, our God is so good. He's so incredibly good. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose.
There's something so cringy about these people quoting the scriptures. Because they talk all this love, all this grace, all this mercy. Meanwhile, they spew bigotry about God's real chosen people. The hypocrisy of these individuals. The hypocrisy.
A trusted strategic partner already by your side. Imagine that. We can.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less.
Zechariah 14 and 13 says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor." That's the type of environment that we're going into, where there's going to be a great racial divide. And because these people had the political power, they had the influence, they had the following, they're going to have to pay the piper.
I agree. What he's saying is we are in a racial, you know what I mean, divide where you know, you guys gotta understand this thing happened for so long, and it never been fixed. It had never been fixed. So when we just address on history, is repeating itself. When we address on how we feel, y'all gotta like really accept how we feel. You know, a lot of white people don't feel what's going on, what's happening. What's happening was when this thing's happening, brown, black, they don't feel a dumb effect when things happen to them. They don't feel it. They don't feel our pain. You know what I mean? They don't feel this pain like how, you know what I mean, like how we feel. So when we talk and express, you know what I mean, our feelings, they don't accept it. You get people who say, well, if you don't like it here, you can go back to Africa. That's the mind y'all own. We got to defend what happened here. We got to defend what our ancestors and our fathers, you know what I mean, been up you know what I mean, been through. What they have to experience. We got to go through that pain. We got to go through that suffering. You know, we got to, cause it's look, it's nowhere for us to go, but to hold our ground. We can hold our ground. These people want to move us, but we just gonna hold our ground. It would take them a lot to move God's people. Especially when God's coming with the force of nature. It would take a lot for them to try to move God's people. America is having a struggle. Because sooner or later, my brothers and sisters, she's gonna have to move herself out. She gonna have to move out, or God's gonna move her out. And most of them angry with me, but I got that. You know, when you can call an ace a spade, you can just call an ace a spade. Now let's go.
When it's time for these race wars. And it ain't nothing that we're going to do about it. It's going to be God himself judging these people. We're going to be somewhere on the far off minding our business. But peep this, y'all.
Already I have seen the worldwide outpouring of love for my husband. I've heard the testimonies from people my husband inspired to get married, to start families, to seek out a relationship with God. It's the most important one of all. The evildoers,
Watch.
responsible for my husband's assassination, have no idea.
Now, you guys, now that I want you guys to understand, bear with me. I want you guys to get both sides, because both of these brothers I support, and you know what I mean. I gotta bring out this brother, man. I gotta definitely bring him out, man, because you know what I mean. You got one brother, like I said, new breed. You know what I mean. I support the brother. You know what I mean. 100%. And the reason I just got this title out, because the brother had this title out about how he feel about this brother and things like that, and you know what I mean. And all he was just saying how, you know what I mean. Charlie Kirk was as a political activist, man. How he said some racial things to George Floyd and things like that. So I want to bring up the scenario, you know what I mean, the scenarios, you know what I mean. So it won't be right, y'all. It just won't be right if I talk about my brother right here and not bring up this other brother, man. You're gonna see Reno TV, man. I'm finna bring. I gotta bring him up, because you guys gotta hear what he says, man. You know what I mean? How he don't really support. He don't really support. You know what I mean? Black American people, man. This will make me think that, you know what I mean. He's a just like how Newbury said, man. He's a tether. You know what I mean? If I'm saying that right, he's a tether. So let me get to this, man. Y'all bear with me, man. I gotta pull this out, man. You know, just bear with me, man.
I paid for my own college, so I knew I'd have to start accumulating a lot of money, paying student loans, paying rent. There were
To the stream. Reno TV reactions back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. It's with heavy hearts, ladies and gentlemen, that I got to do this particular live stream. Those of you that are fans, Charlie Kirk, you want to listen to this one. The wife of Charlie had come forward to grieve, and we grieve with her during this difficult time. We stand with her. People offered up prayers, condolences, and it's expected when people die. When people pass away, we're supposed to be there for them. But a YouTuber who is a black racist decided to use his platform to bash this woman in her time of grief. A YouTuber called this grieving widow a witch, accused her of being a part of the Illuminati, said some disgusting things about her. The wife of the late Charlie Kirk is being attacked on social media. And here at Reno TV Reactions, we will defend Charlie's wife because he's not here to defend his wife. We will not sit back and watch a racist.
Look, I'm gonna say like this. This brother strongly don't support black people, man. He don't support how racism go here in America, man. He don't know the basis of how racism go in America, which makes me think that he's not a black American citizen here. And this is why there's a lot of people that if you know what I'm talking about, if you know this man on the stream, Reno TV, he don't support black American people. He don't. Because you're gonna see how much more how much he show more respect when it comes to racism in America here. You know what I mean? Watch watch what he says, because I just want you guys, you know what I mean, use your discernment. Who's in this wrong? You know what I mean? And who's in this right? Let's go.
A hater, one who hated Charlie, one who celebrated Charlie's death. We're not going to stand back and watch him do this. We're going to speak out on these issues. Before we get to what this person did, we want to take the time to offer our condolences to Erika, the kids, Charlie Kirk's family, and his friends, colleagues, everyone that may have been grieving the loss. I think it's disgusting that there's so much hate in the world that people just don't know how to be civilized anymore. This woman is...
Now I can agree, because we live in a hate, uncivilized world. And the hate is real, y'all. The hate is real. People will talk about you when you're dead. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not saying this brother is wrong, but he brought up some facts there that the hatred of this world is real. It's so real, man. People here today, they go tomorrow and they will still talk about you. This shows you how sick we live in a society world. That's all I'm saying, man. the brother was, you know what I mean, speaking facts there. You know what I mean. This is a time where you gonna find out that you'd rather be by yourself because the hate of this world is real.
Is grieving. And this YouTuber took the time to come online to bash a grieving woman. A grieving woman with 2 kids, and you're bashing women, promoting hate speech when she lost her husband, making false allegations about a woman you don't even know. This is what a content creator named New Breed did, guys. The guy that you see at the bottom of the screen is a very, very evil man. The things he had to say about this woman is disgusting. You know, let's just get into what he did. Let's start off with that first, because being that you folks are watching, I know you're busy. I know you got busy lives. Let me just get right to the point of what this guy did and what he said about this woman. And then we're going to review what she had to say about her husband, and we're going to break it down the right way so that the world can know her story. Let's get into what this YouTuber, racist black YouTuber, did so the world can know how evil some of these men are.
I'm gonna say like this, you guys. For you guys just tuning in, thank you. I want to say this like this, and hear me. The two you looking at, Reno, and then you looking at Newbie on the bottom of the screen. They can't stand each other. The two can't stand each other, y'all. So I just want you guys to understand. You know what I mean. Before you enjoy the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, share this video. You know what I mean. Back to the video. You know what I mean? I just had to say that to you guys.
Social media. Watch this, guys. Let's break this down. This is a YouTuber who is reacting to her video today. Listen to what this YouTuber said and did.
Christ had hair of wool and skin of bronze. We know that the real Jesus Christ was really a real conservative, teaching the law, statutes, and commandments of God.
The Bible doesn't say that Jesus Christ was a conservative. The Bible doesn't say that.
But nonetheless, let's continue.
Everyone to bring heaven into this earth through love and joy that comes from raising a family. It's beautiful. Charlie always said that if he ever ran for office, I know a lot of you asked if he ever was going to, but privately he told me if he ever did run for office that his top priority would be to revive the American family. That was his priority.
To revive the American family, not the black family, not any other demographic of people. The American family. You know, white picket fence, make America great again.
Do you see the racism in this guy? Do you see how the hatred he has for white people? Did that woman say that? Did that woman say that about black people? She never said nothing about black people. Why he making it a race issue? Why is he saying these things? Why is he trying to spread hate and cause division? She's talking about all Americans, black, white, Asians, everybody. He took her words and he twisted this grieving woman's words, and turned it into a race issue to cause public outrage with blacks, as if though she's a racist.
Black family.
Listen to this.
That was his priority. It would be to revive the American family. That was his priority.
The American family.
That's what she said. The American family, which includes all of us. Watch what he do.
To revive the American family, not the black family, not any other demographic of people. The American family. You know, white picket fence, make America great again. White picket fence, the white American dream is what these people fantasize over.
Look at all the black racists that are in the live chat. We have somebody says, Charlie said, black women don't hold the intelligence to have jobs. Charlie's words. Well, Charlie was good friends with Candace Owens. What are you going to say about that? What are you going to say about that? What are you going to say about that? See, you black racists keep taking Charlie's words out of context. You keep taking Charlie's words out of context. If Charlie felt that way about black women, why was so-called Candace Owens on her platform giving him a tribute out of love? Come on. There are so many black racists in the world that hated Charlie with a passion, and even in death, they still continue their hate. Now you want black women to feel that Charlie didn't like them. But yet Charlie was good friends with Candace Owens. Is not Candace Owens a black woman? Is not Candace Owens educated? Is not Candace Owens holding high positions? She was good friends with Charlie. Do you see her getting upset with Charlie? No. The only ones getting upset with Charlie are black racists. Do you understand?
You see, it takes a lot of energy to have that kind of energy to hate. That should show you he had that much hate towards black people. To call a black people racist, that shows you he's not even from the United States of America. People will look at him and they will know he's like a tether. He's not he's from somewhere in Puerto Rico. You lucky that you can come here and breathe the fresh water and eat the good food while you here. This thing that he got to say against black people it's man. It's sad, yo. It's sad, man. It's sad. I just think, fam, neither one of them was right. You know what I mean? I can agree with one, then the other I can agree 100% with Newbury been saying, but I can strongly disagree on things Newbury do say. You know what I mean? Because I believe, you know, at a moment when you had a service at a memorial, you know what I mean, I don't really think the family of Charlie Kirk had any kind of racism inside their heart. When she was saying the entire American people, and then for him to say, not for black people, that's like that. That's a sharp aim, man. That's a sharp aim when you say America, you talk about the whole American people. And I could agree where Reno was absolutely right. So I can agree on some things what Reno have to say, and I can agree on certain things what Newbury have to say. But I think certain things Newbury have to say, I'm going to be in some, disagreement there with him, because I feel there's things that can be very appropriate, you know what I mean? And I think that, there's times that Newbury, he takes a lot of, aim, you know what I mean? And it's just hard, you know what I mean, when you get people nowadays will talk about someone that's deceased. This is the society world we live in, you know what I mean? So, there's a lot of things, it's said here. So, I just have to bring it out for you guys, man. Let's go back to this video.
Because you're always taking people's words out of context and running with narratives to push your own hateful agenda. That's what racists do.
American family.
not the black family, not any other demographic of people, the American family. You know, white picket fence, make America great.
She never said for whites only. You're twisting her words because you're a hateful racist. This woman is grieving the loss of her husband. And you don't even care. And you claim that you follow in God.
Again, white picket fence, the white American dream is what these people fantasize over. Let's continue.
One of Charlie's favorite Bible verses was Ephesians 5, verse 25.
This person just keep posting the same thing. Charlie didn't believe in empathy. And guess what? You don't. You don't. JP, do you believe in empathy? Yes or no? JP, do you believe in having empathy for people? Answer the question. Where are you? Cat got your tongue? You don't believe in empathy for people. You understand? So you're being a hypocrite. Because if you believed in empathy, you would have empathy for Charlie. Even if Charlie didn't have empathy for people. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that Charlie didn't have no empathy for nobody. Let's just say that was true. If you're a person who have empathy for people, you would...
So you saying Charlie Rife is full of shit? Excuse my French. I'm just looking at the comment section. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this comment section that y'all putting down here, man. He said Charlie, you know what I mean? Charlie's wife was full of it. I mean, look, man. It's starting to look like this was an inside job, right? A kind of like we see like a Masonry satanic, you know what I mean, ritual. Like this, you know what I mean? This was like a homage. They saw how fast this boy grew. He went from barely finished high school, where he didn't finish no college, and he was up there with higher, you know what I mean, higher elite people, and he was young. He was young. Very, very, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, even though a lot of people may not like him, dislike him in certain things, but they saw how young he was. But see, here's my thing I have. Why would they took this man's life? Why would they kill him? What was the whole purpose then? What was the whole purpose really taking this man's life? Because he was going to run for president? He was going to be a political leader one day? What was the purpose of them taking his life? What was this motive that, you know what I mean, they just took his life? Because everything we found there has to be a motive to everything we look at.
Would have empathy for Charlie, even if Charlie didn't have empathy for you. Hypocrite. Hypocrite. Look at all of the racist blacks. Look at another racist black says, I would never love my oppressors. In 2025, you got black ninjas who literally still believe they have an oppressor. In 2025.
You see how dumb he is? You know he ain't from no United States of America. You know how dumb this dude, he just said we don't have no oppressor. We get oppressed in every turn, every way, and he's so stupid, and he can't see that. I gotta call this brother out, man. I got called this because he hate he I tell you guys, I was gonna let you guys hear both sides of this, man. This guy don't have no good sense, man. He don't have no good sense, man. This is how you know he's not a black man of the United States, man. People like that lucky to be here, lucky to breathe this nice air. You know what I mean? Because this man he was from he you know what I mean he was from Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? You know how poor is Puerto Rico. You know how you know what I mean it's hard. You know what I mean to come here to the United States. You know how many people would love to come here? Do you know how many people would love to come here, man? And this he talks down just on black people, man. That's how I know, man. That's how a lot of other YouTubers know that, man. He's not a black American people. You know what I mean? People. So black American people they don't talk like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Black American people they talk a certain way, they walk a certain way. They don't talk like that. They don't talk like how he's talking. I just gotta bring that out to you.
This is the type of mindset that a lot of black peoples have, that in today's day, 2025, they still got an oppressor. So somebody's oppressing you. And you could tell he's one of those black Hebrew Israelites. Look at his name. Mekahala Yasharella, a black Hebrew Israelite. Black Hebrew Israelites is a part of a hate group that hate white people and believe that the white man is the devil. And look at this. Racists in the live chat, all black. I go live to talk about a topic, the black racists come right out the closet. Not the white man, the racist blacks. Because I'm addressing a real issue. Are you being oppressed by the white man right now? Yasharella, are you being oppressed by the white man right now? Explain to us how a white man is holding you down. Explain to me how a white man is holding you down. Who's holding you down? You a grown man. You a grown man. The white man still holding you down? The white man is holding you down as a grown man in 2025. You mean to tell me you work at a job, you could drive a car, you can get a credit card, you can go to a bank, and the white man is holding you down? That's BS, fam. You are lying. Ain't nobody oppressing you. You oppressing yourself.
Look, y'all. I'm saying we not. Look, we have always been oppressed by law enforcement. That's what he got to realize. Now, not every white folks are enemy, but we've been oppressed. It's proven. It's proven history. If you know your history, if you know, see, this is why I say this, fam. This is why I know he haven't been here too long to be American, to be a true patriot. We've been a black American people been here to be a part of this patriot. He haven't been here that long to be a patriot here. You see how he's talking. He's talking real reckless. He's talking real crazy. I gotta bring this out, man. I just gotta bring this out to you guys, man. He's talking very reckless. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He talk real bad. This is how you know, man. You know what I mean? People know him as a teller. You know what I mean? That's what he is, man. A teller. I can't never say that word if I'm saying it right to you guys. A teller. That's what he becomes.
You are your own oppressor. You have a slave mentality. You think like a slave. And it's these type of so-called ninjas that are holding the black community in bondage because they think like slaves. And all they do is brainwash other blacks to think like them. And this is why the black community cannot move forward. Because you got these degenerate ninjas that are always crying slavery and talking about who's oppressing them. Ain't nobody oppressing me. Nobody. Nobody's oppressing me. Talking about the white man is oppressing me. Ain't nobody doing nothing to you. And if you knew your Bible, Yasharella, you wouldn't.
Look, you guys, this is how I know, man. This is how I know he's not a full black man, man. This guy, don't let the skin fool you guys, man. This dude is from Puerto Rico. He was lucky to come here. He was once at, you know what I mean, in upstate New York. He was good friends with New Breed. The truth of the matter is, the brother New Breed helped his brother move to North Carolina. Helped him. He still owe New Breed to this day. It's a shame that the brother gets on here. He talks shame about black people. You know what I mean? People call him a teller. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? He's a teller. You know what I mean? I can't never say it right. Sometimes I can't say this word right. But look, man, it's plain to this day, man. You know what I mean? He's a teller. You know what I mean? He's one of those people that's not from here, and we look at those kind of people from a distance. People like me, Big Red, you know what I mean? New Breed, you know what I mean? That's how we look at this brother, man. This brother, he loves to go after. He loves to, you know what I mean, to strive after black people, man. To talk down, to say, you know what I mean, to have his, you know what I mean, his puts and things on the black American people here. It's sad, y'all. It's sad how Reno TV is, man. That's why they look at him as a, you know what I mean, as a headler, man. You know what I mean? He's one of those tellers, man. You know what I mean? That's what he is, man.
Know that God sent the white man to put the so-called black man in slavery. Talk about that. Talk about it. God Almighty sent the white man to put you in slavery. Why would God use the white man to put black people in slavery? Because black people did not obey the law, statutes, and commandments because they wicked as hell. That's why. That is why. So quit crying like a damn coward in a live chat. You don't.
You see how he sound? He sound like he's not even from the United States. No matter how intelligent you look, no matter how intelligent you can speak, the ignorant comes out of people, man. It's the ignorancy comes out of these people, man. He moves all the way to North Carolina because you know why North Carolina? Because somehow people wasn't feeling him over there in the NYC. He wasn't able to move with real people over there, and it was a fast living for him. So he has to, you know, I don't hate the brother nothing like that, but the brother, man, I try to, you know what I mean, be a subscriber to his channel, man. Sometimes I'd be like saying myself, I'm gonna unsubscribe to this brother, man, because this brother, the more things I hear, the more hate I hear from this brother, man. I'm like, this brother, he don't even look like a brother, man. Because what comes out of his mouth a lot of times about black people hate white people. We, you know what I mean, we hate, you know what I mean, we hate the oppressor, but he feels he don't see in 2025 history repeat itself. Every year, y'all, every year we get a year that goes by that we don't see history. We don't see history with regards to police shootings, killings on black people. There's still racism here in America. You can act like you don't see it. You can act like you can ignore it and you don't see it. Like a lot of people, you know what I mean? I want you to understand. History is stuck with black people here in America. And nothing changed. Had nothing changed, nothing will change. People just don't recognize this, you know what I mean? This brother being an African American, you know what I mean? Because he's not African American. People talk like that, y'all. People talk like that. You know them. You should know them.
Your problem was with God. God is the one who sent you into slavery. God sent the white man to put you in chains. God did it, not the white man. You got all of these so-called religious hypocrites in the live chat showing up to toot their horn as if they doing anything. With all of your Yasharella, Hebrew Israelitism, how are you solving all the crimes in the black community? Where are you so-called hypocrites to go to the hood, the ghetto, the slums, the projects, and preach the gospel of Jesus Christ? Why you're not preaching the gospel? Why you're not? All of you ninjas toting your Bibles, talking a whole bunch of crap. How come you're not in the highways and the byways, waking up your people so they can repent from their sins? Hypocrites, full of dead men bones and all uncleanness. Always talking loud with your Bible, but you ain't doing a damn thing to solve the problems. You ain't doing anything. Just a bunch of racists every single day. Hating the white man, hating the black man that stands for the truth. That's all you do. You got nothing but drugs in the black community, fatherless homes, black men don't want to work, don't want to do a damn thing.
Here's a 47-year-old, 48-year-old man. Lucky, see, this is how people talk. When they get this YouTube money, see, that's how you know they're not from the United States. You know what I mean? He get this YouTube money, and now this money just blow up. You know what I mean? Reno TV up, where he forget how to talk, man. He just forget how to talk to people, man. It's sad, man. You know, fam, I haven't made my first. A lot of people think I'm making some YouTube money here, man. I haven't made no YouTube money. You know why? You know, I just wait my turn till my turn comes. A lot of people ain't appreciative of life, man. This dude here, he made good money on YouTube, where he moved out of NY. He talked about NY. He talked about how people was treating him over there, and he moved into a better situation. You know what I mean? I'm proud of the brother. You know what I mean? I'm proud. You know what I mean? I don't have this hate. I'm proud of the brother. He moved where, you know what I mean, it's just him and his family, man. And you know what I mean, we you know what I mean, we on the flip side, man. We gotta learn, man. We gotta learn how to not stay with so much hate, man. We already a damn hate people, man. You know what I mean? We are the most hated people, man. We hate our damn self, y'all. That you hear, you know what I mean? That shows all that energy, you know what I mean, that he has. He hates his own damn self at the end of the day. Shows how much we hate ourselves, man. Now I'm just saying to you guys, y'all, it's just sad. It's hard to take, you know what I mean, these people's sides, man, because I'm not gonna sit here and say, man, that, you know what I mean. At times I may be wrong at times, but the brother just, you know what I mean. He's saying some things where he ought to be careful. You know what I mean? Yeah, because people gonna look at you. You got so much energy to say about black people, about the oppressors. They ain't moving that way. They ain't touching us that way. I mean, we've been, you know what I mean, as Black American people, we've been oppressed. We've been when it comes to law enforcement, we've been oppressed. It had never been a year that we ain't never seen a law enforcement oppress a black person in the streets. It never been, let it go a year where we don't see that. Every year history repeats itself. We gotta say that. We gotta say every year history comes here and repeat itself. But he's stirring up a lot of hate, man. He's stirring a lot of hate. You know what I mean? And you know, person like that, man, and he have a good living. It ain't like the man. He seem like he don't want. He ain't in need for nothing. You know what I mean? He got everything that he can have. You know what I mean? And he still. It seems like to me, he's still not satisfied with life. You can have almost everything you have in this world. You're not still happy with life. There's a lot of people made a lot of money on YouTube. Why a guy like me and other people is trying to get in. You know what I mean? So like I said, fam, it's like people really not happy, man. It shows you, man. It shows you can have everything. And the sad thing is, man, I like both of these guys, man. I got a lot of love for Reno TV. I got a lot of love for New Breed because Reno TV worked hard. Both of these guys work hard to get where they at. I can't sit here and lie to you guys. Both of these people work very hard to get where they at. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. Sad thing is Reno lost his mom, man. He wished his mom was here to show how far he made with you know what I mean with his YouTube, man. There's a lot of people really making a good earning, man. And I can't knock it, man. You know what I mean? I'm hoping my day will come, man. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And like I said, to each his own. But yeah, there's a lot of hate we see in our society, man. There's the hate in this society world is real. You know what I mean? It's real, y'all. So, you know, it's just a lot of negative energy, man. You know what I mean? You see a lot. You see a lot from you know what I mean from both of these two. You know what I mean? And sad thing is there was once you know what I mean friends. So it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot to have that kind of energy. Let's go.
Other day they killed a grandmother, they killed a little baby, shooting guns in the hood all day. What the hell you doing about the problems? Nothing but hating on people all damn day, promoting hate. What kind of God you serving? What kind of God you so-called ninjas are serving that ain't doing a damn thing about your own problems? Nothing. You serving the devil. That's your God. You ain't listen. You ain't serving the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You so-called religious hypocrites are serving the devil because the devil is the one that's empowering you. There's no way you could tell me that you serving God and yet Charlie was a believer in Jesus Christ and you guys condemned him to hell. Come on, man. This is craziness. This woman is grieving the loss of her husband, and this damn bastard that you call New Breed was bashing a woman with 2 kids who's grieving the loss of her husband that was assassinated. Listen to this damn animal.
Now I'm gonna agree with he do definitely bring a point out, man, because she's at a memorial service where she's grieving. There's no hate at a memorial service. There's no. I want y'all to understand. There's no hate that she shows at that memorial service. Now I want he's gonna show y'all the clip how New Breed does. He just went left field, man. I got called when I call Ace a spade. I got called a spade, man. And that's why I say I don't see. I show y'all two sides. You know what I mean? I show y'all two sides. There's some things that Reno he has towards black people. There's some things he bring out where he brings out where there's some facts he brings out. So I can't sit here and say that, you know what I mean? There's times he's wrong. You know what I mean? There's times he's wrong. He got that big thing against, you know what I mean, black people, man. And maybe he went through a lot, you know what I mean, with them, you know what I mean? And that could be understandable, man. But I'm definitely gonna roll this clip back, man. And just see y'all take. See how, you know what I mean, how New Breed, you know what I mean, how he took it.
How he treating this woman?
Dream is what these people fantasize over. Let's continue.
One of Charlie's favorite Bible verses was Ephesians 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives.
That's something New Breed can't do because he don't have no wives. New Breed have baby mamas. Did y'all know that this particular YouTuber goes around sleeping around with women 3 to 4 times a week, 4 different women in a week, guys? This man got like 3 to 4 baby mamas that live in different area codes. None of them are married. He didn't marry none of them. And he have the nerve to bash this woman.
As Christ loved the church.
Hey, that's some crazy stuff. You see that hate? You see what he just said, man? He's spreading all this man's business out there like that, man. That's you can't be a child serving a God when you got that much hate living in you. If you had that much hate living in you, you might as well stop. You might as well stop studying, stop, just stop. Stop for a second. Look at yourself in the mirror. See your speck before you see anybody else's, play. See your own, sawdust. Go into the mirror and examine yourself and see how you're keeping it. If you're not keeping it right, taking out other people. That's a hard thing, man. This thing just go back, I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's in the wrong, but this thing really go back, with the two, man. This man, you just hearing, man, he's talking about his personal life, man. He's talking about this boy's personal life, man. You know what I mean? And it's I mean he this to spend all that energy, this boy not Newbie, but Reno TV, this guy is 48 years old. You'll think that, just people maturity level, man. You'll think that he would been like mature, like man, you could be 48 years old, man. And it's sad, y'all. It's sad that you get on here and you talk about this brother, his business. That's sad. That's sad, man. You spread this man business all on YouTube, social media. That's sad, y'all. That's sad.
And gave himself up for her. My husband laid down his life for me, for our nation, for our children. He showed the ultimate and true covenantal love.
Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is all to build up sympathy.
Imagine that, guys. A woman is mourning the loss of her husband. He's saying she's doing this to garner up sympathy. This bastard, this disgusting piece of crap ninja is spreading this evil. When a woman just lost her husband, kids lost their father, and you have the nerve to say she's doing this because she wants sympathy? She lost her husband. If your so-called baby mama lost you, what do you want her to do? You don't think she needs support? Emotional support? Do you see how he's treating this woman, guys?
For someone who had no empathy.
You see that? Imagine that. He's saying that Charlie had no empathy. Again, guys, they took a video clip. They took information, twisted, ran with it. And now they telling you, oh, Charlie was a believer in Jesus Christ. You don't think Charlie was concerned about people that are broken, people that are weak, people that are down? You telling me he had no love for nobody, no empathy at all? That's what you want the world to believe? Man, I tell you, man, this man is evil.
And, ladies and gentlemen, don't get caught up in this web that they're trying to weave. Because what she's going to say in this speech is completely inflammatory and it's destructive.
Those of you that are viewing the live right now, double tap the screen to give it a like. We need this video to have 3,000 likes, guys. If you support Charlie Kirk, double tap the screen. This YouTuber is basically saying that the speech that Charlie Kirk's wife put out there was inflammatory and hateful. What? That's what he said. That he called this woman a witch. He said that she's a devil worshiper, that she's a part of the Illuminati, that she's all of these evil things, and she's grieving the loss of her husband.
Completely irresponsible. And it has caused more conflict and more tension.
You listen
Right
to this?
now, she's trying to pull at the heartstrings. And by the way, there's not a single tear dropping from her eyes.
So let me get this straight. So she got to have a bunch of tears pouring down her face. People grieve differently. Some people may have already cried. She probably cried already 1,000 times. She probably cried multiple times. She's getting on the camera. She's addressing the nation. She got to be pouring tears all over her face to impress you. So that's going to make her words better if she's raining tears down her face. She don't have to do all of that for you. And even if she did, it won't be enough for you. You still going to bash this woman.
Not one single tear. These people are acting. These people are all part of the Illuminati.
You heard that?
Make no mistake about it.
He accused Erika Kirk of being a part of the Illuminati with no facts, no documentations, no evidence. That's complete disinformation to cause public outrage. A woman is grieving the loss of her husband. He's telling the world that that woman is a part of the Illuminati. Wow.
They all took an oath of Satan.
You heard that? He's accusing the woman, the wife of Kirk, the late Kirk, accusing his widow wife of taking an oath to Satan. This YouTuber named Newbreed did that, promoting nothing but hate.
And this is what these people do. Screenplay.
Wow.
I will never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart. I honestly have no idea what any of this means. I know that God does, but I don't. But Charlie, baby, I know you do too. I know you do. So does our Lord. And our world is filled with evil.
It is.
But our God, you guys, our God is so good. He's so incredibly good. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose.
There's something so cringy about these people quoting the scriptures.
It's cringy for her to quote scriptures. Are you seeing this, guys? He's saying it's cringy to hear Kurt's wife quote scriptures.
Because they talk all this love, all this grace, all this mercy. Meanwhile, they spew bigotry about God's real chosen people.
Where in her message did she bash black people? Where in her message about Kurt did she even down black people? At no point did she talk about black people. At no point. This YouTuber, what he loves to do is...
See, this is what I'm saying. This was a memorial service. Memorial service, you don't have time to, when you're in God's house, you ain't got time to be, you know what I mean, saying, you know what I mean, something that's hateful. Not at a memorial service. So, you know, Reno TV had to correct Newbie. Newbie was wrong. You know what I mean? I feel he was wrong. There has to be where there has to be a section where it's made where, you know what I mean, you gotta take some fault, your actions, some, you know what I mean, accountabilities, you know what I mean, because, you know what I mean, family's dealing with a loved one, you know what I mean, she's dealing with her husband, you know what I mean, and who to say for you to judge a person? You know, it'll be sad, man, if, you know what I mean, people only know if they have to leave, because everybody gonna have to leave, you know what I mean, this world to some point. You're gonna have to leave. And it'll be sad if someone has something to say when you gone. Around you know what I mean, your family relative or someone, I'm quite sure that person ain't gonna let you talk. You know what I mean? The way you talking. It's this sad, y'all. It's this sad where, you know what I mean, we're having a society where people will talk about you when you gone, man. You know what I mean? People will find things to say. You know what I mean? Some people do it for, you know what I mean, clicks, like, and views, and, you know what I mean, all the wrong things, man. Did y'all know they had a shirt of Charlie, you know what I mean, Kirk, a shirt where they had made a shirt where they made a shirt where he was would show where he was shot at, and they were selling that shirt all around. They you know what I mean, they selling this shirt, man. You know, it's just such a disgrace of our society world, man. For real, y'all. It makes me sick, man, to see things like that, man. Here's a man deceased. They selling the shirt, y'all. You know how sick this world is, y'all. This world's sick, man.
Enrage blacks so they could be racist towards whites. That's all he do. All he do is bash people all day long. And let me tell you something. To you so-called hateful blacks that are racist, the only reason why you hate Charlie is because you're lazy and you don't want to do nothing with your life. You're lazy. The truth always make people that are not doing what is being said angry. Because I've listened to all the videos that so-called Charlie had to say in regards to black folk. He's not talking to black people in general. He's talking about the degenerates. The people that are not doing what they got to do. The men that don't want to work. The men that don't want to take care of their kids. The men that sit on their behind all day, drinking and smoking and joining gangs and committing crimes. You folks that do that evil, you're the ones that get angry. You know why? Because you're sinful and you're with the devil. And you're the reason why the black community is in shambles. You're the reason why grandmothers are dying and getting shot with stray bullets, because you're out here committing these damn crimes. And it took the white man Charlie to go out there and do videos and get under your skin and ruffle up the feathers. And rather than you repent and hold the black community accountable, instead you become a racist. That's what you do. You're just as guilty as the man who shot him. All of you black racists who hated Charlie, you're no different than the man who put him to death. You're no different. You're evil. You're hateful.
Man, I never see. Man, this dude got so much. Man, he got so much target. But see, this is how. Man, this is how we got so much hate. This is why the nation is so divided, man. We survive with so much hate. Cause he ain't gonna let go, man. He's not gonna let go, man. The Most High God, people gotta be loving, forgiving, man. People won't let go, man. It's gonna be a struggle. See, it's gonna be a struggle for some of these people, man, because they got hatred in them. They trying to do God. They trying to do God's work while they on this YouTube. You know what I mean? It's sad, bro. I don't hate none of these brothers, but I have to bring you guys. You know what I mean? This video, I have to bring it out to you guys, man, because the hate of this world, you guys, it's real, man. You know what I mean? It's real, man. Nowadays, you see you can't just trust everybody, man. You can't trust people. You know what I mean? No more, man. We live in times now, man. You gotta always, it's like now you gotta be careful of your surroundings. You gotta be careful of this going out. Careful being out with large gatherings, and you know what I mean. It's become a dangerous world, man. You know what I mean. Look how people are talking. Look how people are acting, man. It's crazy.
And there is no way you got Jesus Christ in your heart. Because if you were a follower of Jesus Christ, you would be praying for his family. You would be showing love. You would have empathy. Jesus Christ said, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. So hypothetically speaking, if Charlie had no empathy for people and you claim you're a follower of Jesus Christ, why you don't have empathy for Charlie if you're so righteous and godly? Why? Where's your love? Hypocrite. Shout out to those that support the show. I see Jasmine, appreciate you sponsoring the show, says, God bless you, Charlie. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Let's see who else we got. We got Anything is Possible, says, bringing the truth. Thank you, Ringo. Appreciate the $9.99. And let's see who else we got. We have Boss New Life. Appreciate you for the support. Thanks for your support. Guys, again, if you can, be so kind, double tap the screen. Let's get these likes to 3,000 likes, guys. We got about 3,000 of you in the building. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. We're going to be reviewing Erika Kirk's video about her husband shortly. I want you to see what these YouTubers are doing, guys. This particular YouTuber on the bottom is a racist black content creator who has been celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk right after he died. Right after he died, this guy started making videos, guys. Let me see if I can pull up some receipts for you. Let me see if I can pull this up, guys. Because we're doing this for Charlie, man. Charlie don't have nobody to defend him, and somebody got to do something about this, guys. Absolutely sick what is going on social media. It's like social media is a breeding ground for demons. Watch this, guys. Watch this. This is what's going on, guys. This man just made this video here. Charlie Kirk's wife snaps on live, pushing straight hate. That's what he put out about Charlie's wife. He said that she's pushing hate. In the video that she published addressing the nation, he called that a hateful video. Could you believe that? Another video here, Trump speaks on assassination of Charlie. Political sacrifice, the blood price. Charlie Kirk's racist legacy and theories of blood sacrifice. This is pure evil, guys. Pure evil. All these videos is nothing but hate. Nothing but hate, guys. Pure hate for Charlie, of a YouTuber celebrating his death. I mean, the dude said that Charlie is in hell right now. And what's so sick, in his latest video, he said we don't know where Charlie is at. But he forgot about his words. He said that Charlie is in hell right now. And Charlie was a believer in Jesus Christ. Charlie was a believer in Jesus Christ, but for some reason, that don't count because he's white. In other words, what this YouTuber is suggesting is that white people cannot come to Jesus. Only blacks can. That's racist. In other words, if you're white and you're viewing the video, this black YouTuber believes that you can't be saved because you're white. That's what he's saying, guys. And now he's bashing the wife. Not only did Charlie die by assassination, and he was laughed at and mocked by TMZ and social media influencers, now they're attacking his wife, guys. His wife.
The hypocrisy of these individuals. The hypocrisy. Zechariah 14 and 13 says, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. That's the type of environment that we're going into.
I'm telling you guys, this man is a racist against whites. Let me give a shout out to Jenny. Shout out to Jenny. She says, thank you. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Let me see. I think I had missed your comment, right? Let me see. Okay. I think I got everybody. Oh, shout out to Michael. Michael said he did not deserve this. R.I.P. Charlie, appreciate you sponsoring the show. Shout out to Charlie. Norm, shout out to you for the 4 days.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. It's been a long live, man. Maybe I'll be back with a part 2. But yeah, man, it's been a long day. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for tuning in. If you ain't hit the like button, hit the like button, man. Definitely I want to close this thing out, man. But yeah, thank you guys for your support, man. Big shout out, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna be having my Cash App pretty soon, but you know, right now just want to just thank you guys for your support, man. You know what I mean? Just want to thank you guys for everything. You know what I mean? You guys, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Been a support for me. You know what I mean? To this journey, man. This journey is real, man. This YouTube journey, man. Trying to, you know what I mean? Get my YouTube to grow. So you guys been a help, man. YouTube been, you know what I mean, a help. You know what I mean, helping small, you know what I mean, content creators like myself. So just thank you guys, man, for the support. You know what I mean. Big shout out to YouTube out. You know what I mean, because YouTube been a very help. You know what I mean. So big shout out to YouTube. Shout out, you know what I mean, to everyone that was on the live stream. You know, shout out to you guys. To them, we out.